What's up, everybody? Welcome to GoatBroz, your go-to place for nonsensical chatter about the DC Cinematic Universe. I'm DJ Chiva1.
I am Chivachat, and this is Chivachat. So, bro,
What's up?
we just recently watched Batman v Superman.
Kind of recently.
Oh, you know what I mean.
Okay.
Within this year.
Hasn't
That's kind of recently for me.
2016 saw yet.
Yeah, exactly.
Confirmed.
2016. It kind of makes me excited for what DC has to offer.
You worried though? You have your reservations?
I have my certain areas where, you know, one of the things that's important to me, Marvel's a certain way. They're very, like, you know, very family-friendly superheroes. It's very, I mean, supposedly Civil War is going to be a little bit more gritty and a little darker, but essentially they're very...
It's going to be a blast, like a fun movie for people to just go, bring your kids, everybody. We're Civil... Sorry, it's water. We're Civil War over here.
Right. With DC, what I'm liking is that Man of Steel is a little bit darker. I mean, he kills Sad, like, snaps his neck.
Zod dies.
Yeah. And then we move on to BBS and, you know, your weird porn thing there. But it's
BBS
dark.
sounds like some porn
Yeah.
shit.
Okay. Yeah, no.
Did you what porn section? The BBS side. It's like
It's like, whoa. Yeah, it's what you work.
I'll leave that to your imagination.
It's like cosplay, but with like furry stuff.
I'll leave that to your imagination what BBS would stand for.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Let's move on.
Let's go ahead and porn before we get to DC Cinematic Universe.
Yeah,
Right, so Batman v Superman.
It was dark. You know,
Yeah.
I enjoyed that it had its dark moments and stuff. As corny as it was at times, it was dark. So, you know, and then you see the trailers for Civil War, because they're not paying us to put them on.
Yeah, you gotta pay us. We won't even put this side. We'll put this
Right.
behind.
You see the trailers for Suicide Squad,
Right.
and you're hopeful because
It's awesome.
I mean,
they had the Queen song, Bohemian Rhapsody. That was.
but you also said, and you brought this up to me. You can elaborate on it. You said that they took some stuff off because it was so dark.
Yeah, there's a report. I mean, it's probably old by the time way old by the time you see this video that they reshot some things to make it more fun or more action scenes. Because it was a backlash against, against Batman v Superman. Spoilers. Go watch the movie. I'm saying right now.
Yeah.
We're gonna give you 2 seconds. Batman v Superman, you know, was very serious. You know how long it took us to get to those fights.
Yeah.
We had to lag it through. Even though it was better to watch it the second time, you still had to, you know, get through the storytelling, which is not bad, but it was a while until we got to like serious fights.
Yeah, it was.
So
Suicide
Squad is the next one.
It is, and to me, I see you look at this guy. That doesn't seem like a happy-go-lucky type of movie. Like some crazy shit's about to go.
Yeah, it was weird to me when they said that. I'm like, well, this movie looks like it's dark, but it had its fun moments, right? The trailer was them like awesome shooting, back heist.
But it's a superhero movie, bro. It's gonna have those moments. Otherwise, it wouldn't be.
No, that's like that trailer was all the fun part, and everything else is like dark and gloomy.
But you know the problem is that a lot of trailers are like that. They show you all the good stuff up front. I'm afraid of that because so many movies do it that I'm afraid that I just watch the trailer and I'm gonna go and spend, you know, a good amount of money. Now I'll forget the money, a good amount of my time to go watch something that I've already seen. Like I hate to go there and those are the highlights of the movie.
Right.
You know, because unfortunately with Batman and versus Superman, it kind of was like that.
We had that. I told you. I mentioned it too. Like, you know what would be awesome if the trailers didn't show Wonder Woman blocking the beam attack from Doomsday. Because if we didn't know that, it would have been awesome to see that.
That intro would have been amazing.
We would have marked out like crazy on that moment.
Oh my God! It was.
We didn't have to show Doomsday.
It was already.
We didn't have to show Wonder Woman in costume.
It was already exciting, as it was. So imagine if you had no idea.
Maybe WB didn't have faith that the movie would make money, which I think is kind of preposterous. You don't have to go full out. It's Batman v Superman.
Realistically, the fact that the moment you put those two characters
Right.
together in a movie, you could have showed no trailer for the rest of the year, and all of us would have gone anyways. You could have just shown. You could have shown stills of like Ben Affleck in the Batman suit. You could have shown stills of Wonder Woman, like
like in the dress. You didn't have to see her in her full outfit because we're like, oh, Wonder Woman is this? Does she fight? We got to see. Oh shit, she blocked Doomsday.
Yeah.
Oh, crazy.
Like I said, I watched the movie and it was that. I hope they don't do the same for all these other movies. You know, because Suicide Squad to me is.
Oh, how do you feel about it though? You gonna go?
I'm excited. I'll be honest with you. I'm going as a new fan because until I actually saw the trailers and the hype and everything around it, because you know I'm not that big of a DC guy. Right. I know some stuff about it.
Well, even I don't know a lot about.
So now,
but I know about obviously Joker, Harley Quinn, Deadshot, Killer Croc. Yeah. You know.
But them as a group, I literally know nothing.
Right.
So I'm gonna research some. I'm gonna read some comics about them and kind of get my info in. Right. But it's the concept itself from a person who knows nothing about it.
Superheroes ever.
Yeah,
that's awesome concept.
So to me, the concept of bad guys being good guys,
in a way,
you know, and realistically, I can go in with that mentality and it'd be completely different than what I'm thinking.
Right. We need to review Assault on Arkham, which is another DC animated film, and Suicide Squad's in it.
Then we should do that one. We should do that one.
So you just get a little backstory. I'm not saying it tells you everything, but you see the group in that.
But to me, it's that, you know, I know that they came out in Arrow, the series, and I believe they came out on Flash. I know they came in somewhere else. Smallville. Smallville. So I know that their characters have been around, and they obviously keep coming up. Obviously not to this capacity, but they're around. So, I mean, I'm interested. I want to see how dark DC can take it. And Batman's in this. He's actually the first Batman that's been in 2 Batman movies as Batman in 2 different movies the same year by different directors.
Look at that fucking statistic right there.
Sup, yo?
Someone did his
homework ready.
Fuck.
Another one.
And you didn't stumble.
No. Can you imagine Emma Watts doing
No.
Harley Quinn?
Emma Watts?
Yeah. Can you imagine that?
That's not Emma Watts.
No. It could have been, though. She was offered the role.
Oh, really? She declined?
Yeah, because she had to do an awesome show.
I think Margot Robbie.
What was it called? Suicide Girls? No, Scream Queens.
Suicide Girls. Fuck Suicide Squad. Suicide Girls, where's that?
It's girl power.
No, but Margot Robbie's gonna do a fine job, man.
I saw her, and in my mind, I'm like, when I read about the whole Emma Watson thing, I'm like, yeah, no, she literally embodies Harley Quinn.
Who?
Because I grew up. Yeah, no.
Emma Watts.
No.
Margot Robbie?
Yeah, Margot Robbie.
I'm fucking confused. Margot Robbie is you.
Yes.
You.
She embodies Harley Quinn. Okay. Because I grew up with the 1997, animated series, where
the 90s animated series.
Yeah, where she was introduced. Harley Quinn was introduced. So to me, I have a very vivid.
With the Joker, who was voiced by Mark Hamill in Star Wars. That's my statistic, which probably everybody knows, but whatever.
Yeah. Spoiler. But to me, so she embodies it. I mean, not the color scheme because she was very red, right? But just the personality, the body type, everything is perfect.
Honestly, I'm just excited to see these characters. I'm excited for a new Joker, man. Every time a new Joker arises, ever since probably Heath Ledger, at least in my lifetime, was there's this big, how is he gonna play it? Because that's a show stealer role, right?
Yeah.
And then I'm excited to see.
But to be fair, though, here's the issue with that, and we actually just saw that review. What's it called? Honest Trailers. On we gotta shout out the channel because
Honest Trailers.
Yeah, but that's not the channel though.
Oh, Screen
Junkies.
Screen Junkies or Screen? Yeah, Screen Junkies.
Yeah, Screen Junkies.
Screen Junkies. I don't know how you guys feel about DC. I've seen some videos of you guys.
Yeah. But check them out.
Shout out from
I'm not gonna say, I mean, obviously, I'm pretty sure a lot of you, if you're watching this video, you've pretty sure watched Screen Junkies. But watch the 1988 Batman.
89.
Honest, yeah, okay, 89. Honest trailer on that movie, and they have a very good point.
About what?
The Joker, they've all been very good Jokers.
Yeah.
But I think that the Heath Ledger thing was such a big hit or such a big deal because there's been such a huge gap before you had a good Joker. There was no Joker in between.
There was no Joker played.
They had all these other villains, but no Joker. So people are like, "Oh, hopefully he doesn't ruin it."
They had the animated Mark Hamill Joker, which I think was the best Joker because he does the Arkham games too. But a live screen Joker, we haven't seen it since.
It's not like Star Wars where you had 3 shitty Star Wars, and then it's like you guys better do good with the Force Awakens.
Right.
So you have something to live up to.
I don't know. I feel like there's more positivity when it comes to waiting for his.
Well, my dad made a good point. What we're talking about.
What?
He's such an over the top character that you can go anywhere with him. Like you just have to be willing to push those boundaries and go that far.
Right.
You can't be mild mannered and play the Joker.
No, you have to be kind of.
You have to be out there. You have to be comfortable with doing that stuff.
But yeah, I'm excited to see characters Harley Quinn for the first time on our screens on the movie set. I don't know. I think this is the first time we get Deadshot, Will Smith, Killer Croc, and all these great.
Deadshot actually Will Smith went and trained with the Navy SEALs and Rangers.
See,
He apparently became very good with an AR-15 long shot.
See, that's fucking dedication, dude. Like that's something I can fucking respect at the theater.
When you hear a character, an actor does that for a character. I mean, you heard the stories about Jared Leto when he did.
Yeah, Will Smith said I've never met Jared Leto because he was the fucking Joker the whole time.
Yeah,
and that's fucking awesome, dude.
When you have that type of dedication, and here's the thing: if he
There's
doesn't,
commitment. They got tattoos of themselves. Everybody got the tattoos.
Yeah, tattoos together. Yeah,
like that. Like they're dedicated.
I think Will Smith gave some of the tattoos actually.
Right, he's a certified tattoo too. He does everything.
Yeah, he's.
But yeah, like
you just can't have his son have a successful movie.
Oh man,
zing! But you have that kind of dedication in the characters. I feel like it's gonna be a good movie. If you have that level of dedication, Heath Ledger's Joker was great because he was that dedicated to it. If these guys are that dedicated to it, it's gonna be a good movie.
And the premise is fine. Mm-hmm. There's nothing to not like about this movie, to be honest. I'm excited.
I'm excited too. I feel like my only issue with it or problem that I can see is that we ourselves as fans are hyping it so high that it may not hit that high bar.
That's what happened with me with Batman v Superman. I'm like, this is going to be the greatest fucking thing ever. And then it wasn't, even though I liked it. But I told you I liked it. Check out the review, Batman v Superman. I liked it, but I didn't love it. So it felt disappointing. So I'm kind of, there's a little bit of that in this movie.
But that's what we are.
I'm like, everything seems good. There's something wrong here.
If you've ever read a comic though, bro, it's like everything's so everything's so over the top, and and movies can never replicate that. They will never. I thought
Batman v Superman did a pretty good job of being replicated close to that, but like people weren't very.
Deadpool to me is the closest that any movie has ever come to replicating the comic book in movie version.
Right, but Deadpool, that's a character you could do. I feel like that's easier to do.
But you have to be willing to go there.
No, I know, but I feel like that's easier to do than to do what Batman v Superman did. Deadpool was his own movie. He's an over-the-top character himself.
Yeah, but my point is that you have to be willing to put an R-rated stamping on it and do R-rated things. That scene where he's getting, fucked by his girlfriend from the back, that scene, as uncomfortable it was for a lot of people that were in theaters, that is Deadpool. That's him, and you didn't have to put that in the movie.
No, I know, but
you know what I mean. You didn't have to do that, or when they the little creepy armor thing, you don't have to do that.
That was hilarious.
When they push those boundaries to make R-rated movies, it helps the rest of the movies.
But it's R though. It's R.
It is.
So you can push it.
That's my point. It pushes these other movies. I mean, not necessarily Batman or Superman, but but that was being shot.
Suicide Squad's PG-13, right?
Yeah. It now makes the grittier character. Now that they did that with Deadpool, I want to see what they do with other grittier.
Grittier?
Yeah, grittier, rougher characters.
Like more crazier.
Like the Enforcer.
Okay.
Can you imagine that movie being R-rated? And now that they can push those boundaries and go to that level, this movie, I think we're gonna get what we're gonna get. They're not gonna do anything special.
And by this movie, you mean Suicide Squad?
Yeah, Suicide Squad.
Not these guys. Not yet.
You can't do much with this guy in it. If this was in here, then you could be R-rated. You put Superman in it, and he's like, no, it's
Superman could beat anybody.
He's like the John Cena of the Justice League.
He is a John Cena. I mean, even
So I think that Suicide Squad is gonna be great. I'm also more interested in the Wonder Woman,
standalone Wonder Woman film, 2017.
I'm just curious to see if she can carry a movie. I'm hopeful because I want it to be where they actually do a good job when you have a strong female lead.
Well, that's the thing. People are shitting on Batman v Superman so hard, and I get it. There's things not to like about it.
Right.
There's things not to like about it and shit. But sorry, people. There we go. Bring the light back. That's what DC needs sometimes. I get it. There's shit, but they had to like tell. This was the beginning of the foundation. So many shit to tell. With Deadpool, just tell a normal Deadpool story. With fucking like even Civil War, like they have a lot of shit to tell, right? But they're kind of established already.
They don't have
They're
to.
established already. The characters are already likable. There's already something there. Batman v Superman had to establish something and be the foundation of this DC universe.
Mm-hmm.
Wonder Woman, obviously now it's going to be a standalone film. They can concentrate more on her. Now, I don't know how people are going to react because I feel like this is going to be another dark movie. It's not going to be all fun and games like it always has. I don't know if that changed. Are they done filming that?
I'm not sure.
I'm not sure either, but I don't know if they're going to change something. I don't know. But I feel like, man, like this is going to be a dark film as well.
It is, but I mean, and that's fine.
And Wonder Woman's a serious woman.
It doesn't. I don't care if it's a serious movie. It's fine if it's a serious movie. It's a superhero movie. It's gonna have action at some point. I mean, it took us almost an hour.
Not that first Superman movie in 1978, I think.
Yeah, I believe so.
That's another plug for fucking Honest Trailers by Screen Junkies.
And when you watch the Batman, you'll see the Superman one. Yeah, there you go. But I don't care that it's greedy. I don't care that it's dark. As long as they do a good job with her, you can tell a story.
No, I know, but I'm talking about more people, not you exactly.
I honestly think, and I told you this when we were in the car, there's the critics. Do you agree with the critics' review of Batman v Superman?
Hell no.
Okay, neither do I. Who do I listen to? The fans. Why? Because those are the people that are like us. Those are the people that are looking for the things that we enjoy, the things that we like to do.
Right.
They're like, oh, and I made fun of it too, the fact that they had like a 30-minute long pose with the awesome song in the background. And it was funny, and it's something we have to comment on because that's what we're making a channel about.
Right.
But as a superhero fan, I'm like, that is so cool. Like that is a cool moment.
No, as a superhero fan, the movie's much more enjoyable than Batman v Superman as a superhero fan.
The fact that there was clapping in theaters alone from the fans, because it gets boring to where we saw a couple people leave, but whoever was left over were real fans. Yeah. That's who I feel is gonna go watch Suicide Squad, and if the Wonder Woman movie is like Batman v Superman, and it's long and it takes forever to get to it, there's gonna be things in that movie that we're gonna love to see, because we are superhero fans.
Right.
Are critics gonna like it? Maybe not, but who cares?
Right.
I'm not watching a movie. Like, here's the thing: are you gonna watch that movie?
Which one?
Wonder Woman.
We'll watch all of it.
Exactly. We're gonna watch them. They can literally play a monkey in a Wonder Woman suit, and we're gonna watch it.
Right.
Because we're fans.
Is that from somewhere? Isn't that from Purple Froze? Oh, no,
Mojojojo?
No.
He does have
a monkey that's wearing black and yellow gloves. It's not Wonder Woman, but the monkey is a superhero. Purple.
Yes, no, Dexter's Lab.
There we go.
Dexter's Lab.
If they put a Wonder Woman outfit on that monkey, I'll watch it.
Yeah, because we're fans. What we're asking is do justice by us and do a good job with her.
Right, and you think Batman v Superman did that for you?
I honestly think that, it took a little bit of time to kind of like grasp everything. Right. But once you grasp it and watch it a second time.
And I feel like we live in a society, honestly, where we consume stuff so fast. Mm-hmm. And we have quick opinions on it.
And right? To me, that's the difference.
I watch, like, somebody could watch it nowadays and be like, 2 hours watch. And then, like, walking out the fucking theater, tweet, this movie fucking sucks.
Right.
Like, you're not going to let it simmer. You're not going to wait a little bit. You know The Shining, right? The Shining?
Yeah.
Classic horror film. When it came out, people thought it wasn't that good.
I'll be honest with you, bro.
And then later on, people...
When we did our first impression... Because you remember we did our first impression.
We did first impression, yeah.
And we also were like, I don't know about this movie.
Yeah.
There was good
but things. I wasn't going to say stupid shit either.
No, I wasn't going to... I mean, we weren't going to be out there like, oh, this is a horrible movie. But we were walking out the movie theater. The only difference is that I chose not to tweet about it. But you're like, what do you think? I'm like, you know what? I could have been doing better shit with my life for 2 hours. I made that comment.
You did.
And it's like, but then I watched it a second time. Now we're
right. After you said I could do better shit with my time, but let me go do that shit again.
I said run a marathon, and I do not look like the type of person that's going to go run a marathon. So I'll just sit through another shitty movie, which it wasn't shitty the second time.
No, I don't even think it was shitty the first time, to be honest.
So I think that they're going to do a good job with the Wonder Woman.
So let's head out to Justice League.
Justice League.
And first of all, before we get to Justice League, do you think they're going to do some obviously they have to do some like fucking, little, what do you call them when after the credit scenes.
No wonder.
The credit scenes. No, I know, but when the credit scenes are over, the credit whatever, and they put a teaser. How the fuck I forget teaser? Teaser. You think that's what I'm excited about Suicide Squad and
I don't think they will because
they're prequels to Batman v Superman, both of them. Right?
Suicide Squad is. I'm not sure if
Wonder Woman takes place before. Remember that?
Yeah, you're right. So yeah,
I think they're gonna put.
I don't think they will after the credits because that's.
No, not after the credits, during the movies. I told you earlier, I think Wonder Woman's gonna answer some questions.
You
about
have to.
Superman.
What I've seen for DC is that you have to catch those things in the movie. You have to be paying attention.
Right. Or watch it again.
Or watch it again, which we will.
That's DC's master plan.
Yeah.
You didn't fucking get it? Watch it again and watch it again and make me rich.
Watch it in 3D.
Right.
You know. So I think those will be great. I think Justice League though.
All right, real quick. Between Suicide Squad and Wonder Woman, which one are you most excited to watch?
Suicide Squad.
All right, which one do you think will actually nail it 100%?
Suicide Squad. Because it's easier to nail. You're bad guys.
It's more Marvel.
No, it's just your bad guys. Like bad guys are fun. Everybody that plays a bad guy in history has said it's so much fun to play a bad guy.
You know what's cool about it? It's a nice change of pace. You have Batman v Superman, and then you have Suicide Squad, which seems to be more fun looking, right? More jokes. It's gonna be dark, but it's gonna be more.
But it's got the Joker in it. Like how, it could be really good dark and really good
dark humor.
You know what I mean?
That's Joker, dark humor.
Yeah, it's such a great place for him to knock it out of the park. Right. Wonder Woman's still up in the air. Not because it's not because I don't think she can do it. I just Warner Brothers as a whole has never done great by their superheroes.
What about Batman?
That was the first one though, and they did a good. The first Batman wasn't exactly the greatest, The first Batman, the first Nolan Batman.
That was nice. That was a good one.
Exactly. It was nice.
Nah.
It wasn't until the second and
third.
Do
you think that movie gets overrated because what happened before was the Schumacher
That movie
film?
gets forgotten.
No, I know it gets forgotten, but do you think? Because I like the movie. I think it's a good movie, to be honest with you.
Oh.
But do you think it gets overrated because of the Joel Schumacher campy ass Batman and Robin films?
No, I honestly think it just. I don't think people are that interested in how Batman became Batman.
Again.
Not even just the story of the parents, just like, he went and trained and
Legal Assassins with
yeah, it's just I don't think people were that intrigued.
And then you get the second one, which was the best. I think it's the best superhero.
The second one was the best one.
Joker.
Yeah.
And the third one is, it's good too. It's fun.
It's a good closure to the movie.
Right.
It's a good closure to the series. But I think the first one, not only does it get overpassed, it gets forgotten. People forget that there's a trequel.
That's your word. You just created that.
A trequel.
It's a trilogy that's a prequel to a fucking movie.
A trequel.
A trequel. I would use that against you now.
I'm sure
Are they making a trequel?
Well, anyways, that one gets forgotten. So to me, they did a good. They did a really good. Second Batman movie, and the third movie was okay. And people have their.
Yeah, a lot of people didn't like it, but a lot of people love it too.
So to me, that's it's like it was good, but it could have been better. Yeah. Then you have this movie, Batman v Superman, and it's like.
Do you think Batman v Superman's better than any of the Nolan films?
Better than the first one.
You think it's better than the first one?
I don't know if it's better than the second and the third one.
I don't know if
it's not better than the second one. I'll tell you that right now.
No, I don't.
It is not.
I don't think any superhero movie is better than the second one.
I think that maybe up to par with the third one.
Up to par with the third one.
Yeah, I think it's at that level.
Maybe a little bit.
What made it more exciting was the fact that there was introduction of characters. Wow. And there was a new take on Lex, and just there's so many different things that it was more enjoyable to watch.
It's just so divisive.
It almost felt like the third movie of Batman was just like, okay, let's close this with a bang, and we can be done with this.
Literally abandoned a bomb.
Yeah. Literally with a bang. Good job there.
Literally with a bang.
But now, the way they left...
That was a nice trequel. Christopher Nolan's trequel.
You're such a Neanderthal.
Oh, man. Yeah.
So...
Alright, let's continue.
Batman v Superman, the way they left it, I'm curious to see how they're going to segue into Justice League. This guy is not a leader of anything.
Not yet.
Yeah, I mean,
It
he
could
could lead
be.
the corn.
This
that
could
he
be
was found.
the moment where he's like, I fucked up so much, but now I'm the Superman I should be.
I'm a shitty Superman. I should be a better Superman.
I'm a bad Superman, but now I'm a good Superman.
Yeah, I mean, yes.
But that would be an awesome moment.
It could be, but that's my point. How they handle that transition is going to be important. It has to be believable to a certain degree. You know, they can't just start Justice League with 20 years later and then like, oh, Superman is
You
Superman.
know they're gonna talk shit about that.
If that's my point. If they do that, yeah, that's my point.
No, they're gonna talk about Justice League no matter what.
Oh,
How
yeah.
they form. Well, that's stupid. La 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 la.
People think it's stupid that the whole Martha thing.
I thought that was.
They're like,
I
you
thought
know,
that was brilliant.
I think so too.
Come
But
on,
it's like,
people.
well, I know a lot of people that are, you know, named like my mom's name, and it's like, yeah, don't be dumb.
Don't be dumb. Read between the lines, please. And you might be a better Superman, but you know, doesn't matter.
So that's the key to me: is how are they gonna make Superman a leader, or are they just not, and they're gonna make Batman the leader?
They're both leaders.
I know, but that's my point. They can
I
choose
feel like
not
they're
to.
both leaders in the sense that Batman has his way, but when he goes too far, Superman kind of is that alternative thing that kind of what's the word? Kind of brings common ground.
It's the balance.
Yeah, the balance
It's the
between
balance.
that. And I don't know if he is the balance, man.
Not
But
right
he needs
now.
to be better in this movie, in the Justice League movie.
But if you look at, you know, Justice League War, that Batman is also not a leader. He's kind of
That's
an
a leader,
arrogant.
Batman.
He's an arrogant dick.
Batman or Superman?
Superman. Sorry, Superman.
Did you guys see Batman v Superman the review? It is the same thing happens here.
Whatever.
Yeah, he is a dick.
He's also
Is this the new Superman, by the way? Is the dickish can't do his job right Superman the new Superman?
apparently arrogant, you know, and just
My
mediocre.
Superman was like I'm gonna tell my kids, fuck your Superman. My Superman was an asshole
He's
dick.
an asshole.
I don't know, man. I just let him be a cornball sometimes. That's fine. Let him be
He
that
has
guy.
to be that guy.
Let the guy say the corniest speech because he's the alternative to. Stop trying to give him this.
Gritty, like
Yeah, like
you
he
know,
can have a bit of an edge, but don't take it too far, man.
he's Superman. Like Edge is not like his thing.
No,
He
he
can't.
doesn't
Here's
need
the
it.
problem. He can't pull it off.
He doesn't need it. He's
If you
fucking
wear that
Superman.
uniform, if you wear that suit, you cannot be edgy. I'm sorry, you can't.
Like
This signifies a lot more than whatever they can bring to the
right,
table.
and like I said, he doesn't need to be edgy. He's fucking Superman. Like he's the strongest being ever. Batman needs to be edgy because he has no superpower.
Like the one thing that bothered me about the Superman in Justice League War is that he knew he was super powerful and he flaunted it. You know what I mean?
Right. And he doesn't flaunt it.
And he doesn't flaunt it. Like he's just
Like he's
he
just
knows.
very incompetent.
Yeah. He's just he's so incompetent.
Go watch Justice League on the animated series, and that's the Superman I want.
Yes. That is the Superman.
I mean, from time to time they fuck up, but this guy fucks up every time. So
I'm very hopeful for the DC cinematic universe.
how do you feel about the Justice League movie? Are you hopeful for that?
I am.
That's gonna be kind of the same thing as Batman.
You
and
know what?
Superman.
We can talk about it again after they do Wonder Woman.
Yeah, we're gonna have different opinions. Then.
But
Depends on the
depending on how those movies go,
who's doing that? Zack Snyder again?
for which one,
Justice League.
I'm not sure.
I think it's Zack Snyder.
Hopefully, because I think he did a good job
I think he did a good job. A little less close-ups.
and a little bit quicker. Not so many slow motion shots.
Right. That's why.
Just
I think who's Suicide? David Ayers doing Suicide
It's
Squad.
just- condense it a little bit. Come on.
A little bit. Yeah.
I feel like if he does a Justice League movie, it's gonna be like a 6-hour movie. It's like just keep it down to an hour and a half, 2 hours tops.
No, it should be definitely 2 hours.
If it has the right story, yeah, it should be 2 hours.
It could be 3 hours if it's like has a nice mesh of being fun and storytelling. Like you can make these movies watchable that are 2 hours long.
I don't think society nowadays can stand for 3 hours on a movie.
How long do you think Civil War is gonna be?
2 hours and 15 minutes.
That's a long movie.
Yeah, it's a very long movie.
So he could do with that, and is not are people gonna walk out the theater?
No, I think if you make it a 3 hour movie, people are gonna walk in the theater. I remember when I went to go watch Titanic with my girlfriends or something like that. There was an intermission.
Really?
Yeah, like the movie literally stopped for an intermission because it was such a long movie.
You know the thing about Titanic is law, and I already know what happens.
Jack dies or the boat sinks.
Well, yeah, the boat sinks.
Okay.
Somebody's gonna die.
A lot of people gonna die.
Yeah, a lot of people did die. That's a real story. It's not a make believe.
But to me, that
I wonder
was
if there's any
like,
kids
what are
out
you gonna
there.
do? Be in the middle of like, you know, Justice League and like, oh, intermission.
No.
Because I'm sorry, you know, but I cannot sit. Like my ass is physically unable to sit for 3 hours straight.
The movie's not 3 hours.
No, that's what the point though. We're talking about like if they made a 3 hour movie, you'd be watching it. I don't think so. I think people in society now cannot sit through a 3 hour movie.
I mean, I'm excited for Wonder Woman and Suicide Squad. I'm a little worried about Justice League.
I tell you that we
There's
should
gonna
wait.
be more.
We should hold our judgment until these 2 movies come out
No,
to see what direction.
I'm not saying right now. I'm not proclaiming Justice League's gonna suck. You heard it here, folks. I'm just saying I have my reservations because Suicide Squad and Wonder Woman. I feel like there's less factors there to get right. Justice League, you have all these characters, and you have to introduce a new villain. I'm guessing Darkseid, maybe.
Yeah, but at the same time, you also have kind of a template of how that's supposed to be done.
And there better not be a fucking trailer showing me Darkseid and all the Justice League members doing shit together. Like, let me.
They're going to be. You don't want to see that? Then you gotta stop watching, trailers. I'm sorry.
I can't. It's hard.
I'll tell you what. Just wait for the fan trailer to come out for that movie, and then you can watch that.
All right, I'll watch the fan trailer.
Because realistically, that's what these trailers are now. Now it's like, hey, let me show you the entire movie in a 2-minute snippet or a 30-second snippet. It's like, it's annoying.
You think Lex is gonna have a role in Justice League? He's not done, is he?
I don't think so. Also because they're talking about making those standalone Batman movies with Ben Affleck.
Right. That's
He's gonna have to be a part of that at some point.
The Batman ones?
Yeah.
He's not a Batman villain.
No, but it's like you're trying to tie everything together.
All right.
You know?
Well, the Batman one has to be something with Robin. Joker ruined out Robin's thing because in the comics, Joker kills the second Robin, Jason Todd, who eventually becomes the Red Hood.
Right.
It would be about him, I'm guessing. I don't know.
That's the thing. It could go anywhere. And then we're also assuming the level of involvement of Lex in the Batman movie. You know, because I don't know. Have you heard of another Superman movie coming out?
Superman movie?
Yeah.
Yeah, Batman and Superman.
You know what I mean?
I don't. By Superman by himself.
By himself.
No.
No. So
we're not gonna have a Superman movie by himself.
So I think Lex is gonna have something to do in either the Justice League movie, or he's gonna come in one of these, either the Wonder Woman or the standalone Batman.
There's 2 Justice League movies, right? Part 2.
Part 1 and Part 2. Yes.
Do you think that it's gonna be after Part 1? There's gonna be movies again, right?
Yeah, you get like Aquaman and
Cyborg. No.
No, Cyborg comes after. There's one more I forget off the top of my
So
head.
how would that play out? Like you have Justice League, would the story end, or would it leave like kind of on a cliffhanger?
Justice League 1?
Yeah, Part 1.
They usually.
Or would it end and then Justice League Part 2 would be something completely different?
No. It's Part 1 and Part 2.
It'll be together.
Yeah, it's half a movie. Instead of having a 3-hour movie, they do a 2-hour movie, and 2-hour movie, it's a 4-hour movie.
They're not gonna have a 3-hour movie.
Not at once, but they'll have a 2-hour Part 1 and a 2-hour Part 2. Yeah, which essentially is a 4-hour movie.
And you think Lex is gonna be a part of that?
He's gonna be involved.
Probably Part 2, I think.
I think Part 1.
You think he'll be back that
I
soon?
think he'll be back that soon. I don't think he'll be the main villain, but he'll play a big part.
What do you want to see from Justice League Part 1?
I want to see. I want the story to stop. Like, we know where these guys came from. By that time, we don't know where Wonder Woman came from and her situation. Maybe we can touch into some of the other characters.
That needed.
Like
the mainstream people that
don't know. But I want to see the build up to becoming the first part, for example, of building up to being the Justice League, and
it's gonna be a build up.
I want to see them struggle.
Again, you want to see Superman struggle again?
No, like they're not a team.
So like War.
They're lone superhero. Yeah, kind of like War.
But they're more mature here.
Yeah, like they're more mature here. So like their struggles are like, how do we use our powers against this super being? And
that will be like egos.
I think there'll be egos, stuff like that. Like I think that's okay if it's played properly. I think that's what the first part should be. The second part is when they're solidified.
The first question Batman and Superman are gonna ask, Superman's alive, by the way. He didn't die.
Come on though, but everybody knows that. Like I want to say spoiler alert, but He's Superman. You can't have a Justice League movie without Superman.
Yeah, even if like they didn't show the residue or particles or whatever.
I think the first question that Batman's gonna ask Superman is like, "Hey, how's your mom?"
Yeah. They're gonna know Batman and Superman are gonna tell everybody whose mom's name Martha. So we can have our own Martha club.
We have a Facebook. You guys can all join.
We have a YouTube channel. The Martha Club.
I look forward to a lot of these movies.
Right.
You know why though? Because I'm such a Marvel fan that I want to see another different take on superheroes.
That's what I keep telling people. Like, it doesn't have to be like Marvel. You should be happy that there's this alternative to
It is.
Marvel.
That's how I see it. It's like, this is different. You know what's funny though? Marvel was supposed to be the darker, grittier side of comics, and DC was supposed to be the lighter side. And in the cinematic universe, it's flipped.
Well, in comics, they're darker, I think, DC.
I think they become darker, but no, I mean, you have these hopeful superheroes. A lot of them are very hopeful. Like,
not this guy. He's just.
But that's why a lot of Marvel fans love Batman, because he's a darker side of it. But look at the superheroes; they're very light. I mean, dude, Aquaman wore orange
and
green for so long,
and yellow hair.
They're very, and what made
right here looks like he's in Parts of the Caribbean.
He does. And for Marvel fans, a lot of the guys have very dark pasts.
Like, I'm a DC fan more than Marvel. I told you I don't really get into the cinematic universe of Marvel. I'll watch them again. I'll watch some of them for the first time, most of them for the first time. I'm excited for Civil War. I'm glad that there's something different to DC that I get to watch.
If they play it right.
Right. I love DC. I will always feel more of affection towards these characters and mark out more. But that's not to say that I hope Marvel does bad. I hope they suck. Like, no, I want this to be good.
To be fair, I think we're more superhero fans.
Right.
You just happen to lean more towards the DC superheroes, and I lean more towards the Marvel superheroes.
Right.
Because
I like that
Marvel.
alternative.
Yeah. Because realistically, some of my favorite superheroes in Marvel are not part of the Marvel universe. I love the X-Men. Wolverine's by far my favorite superhero. Right. He's not part of the universe. Spider-Man, until this point, wasn't part of the universe, and he's one of my favorite superheroes.
I can't wait to see Spider-Man.
So, that's kind of, I see it. Like, Iron Man and Captain America, they're great, but they're not exactly like
your favorite.
So,
Cap.
To me, it's like, here, my favorite superhero is Batman. To be honest with you, as much as I'm a Marvel fan I am, my favorite superhero is Batman.
I think a lot of Marvel people say that.
Because he's probably one of the best. He's one of the better Supermen because his motivation, or he has the right motivation for what he does. And here's the thing, he's achievable. You can be a Batman. You know what I mean? Like, if you had, like, Bill Gates wanted to be Batman, he could have trained and become Batman at some point in his life. You know what I mean? Like, it's an achievable goal. Like, it's not realistic, but it's achievable.
Yeah, you won't be.
You can't be Superman. You can't be Aquaman.
Yeah. I think the most important thing about Batman is the fact that he's flawed. He says he himself is a bad person. He says that Clark Kent, Superman, is a better person than he is. Mm-hmm. And you kind of like, oh, this guy's flawed. This guy has problems. Everybody has problems, right? You kind of like shoot around this clean cut. Like, this guy. That's not realistic.
That's why when in the scene when they're fighting, you see his hair is so nice, often very, But when he's fighting and he becomes weak, I'm sure Snyder did that on purpose. His hair becomes all done. That's good. Because it's like, oh, he's one of them now. Apparently, his hair is how you can tell. But yeah, as far as I'm concerned, I'm looking forward to what the DC universe has to offer. I love that it's a different take. But my only reservations is that the Warner Brothers hasn't been that great at taking care of their female characters. I mean, they haven't really tried to make a Wonder Woman movie for so long. Which I don't understand, because she's a very marketable character. And the transition of Justice League. Those are the only two concerns I have.
We're starting to get into this era, which is good, really good, of those female protagonists. Maybe I didn't notice it before when I was a kid, whatever, but now you start seeing it with Rey. She might play Lara Croft in Tomb Raider. You're starting to see more of these female leads, like even with Amy Schumer in Trainwreck. Like, that was a big comedy movie, and it was a woman who started in it. So I think now is the perfect time for women to
I think it is. But here's the thing, I think 10 years ago, it would have been a great movie.
Yeah.
Because it's
so.
not even just about women. That character is so more.
No, I know, but now maybe more people are. I wouldn't say accepting because I don't think.
I think
now people will be more like.
And it bothers me.
It's there.
Yeah,
it's a thing that.
And it bothers me too. Like I think Black Widow can have a standalone movie, but they didn't give it to her.
Right.
You know, DC is gonna do it for Wonder Woman, and to me, it's kind of like a slap.
It's gonna be Batman v Wonder Woman because they need Batman so, for everything.
For everything, like if you're gonna market, but to me, that's the difference. Is, that's what I'm. Very hopeful of the stories that they're gonna come with. Suicide Squad, how those characters are gonna evolve. I'm curious to see what happens here with Wonder Woman and
how that leads up to Justice League.
But how other characters might be included into that storyline.
Right.
Because the Flash does travel in time. You know what I mean? Like, there's so many things.
Oh, yeah. We haven't even mentioned that.
That happened that I'm curious to see where it goes from
there. Right. Yeah. I'm excited. I think they're gonna do a good job. Like, a really good job. And I hope they do because, I love Marvel, but you can't have them be the only thing dominant. When two, monopolies are not good. When two genre superhero movies, like imagine you have two superhero movies, two different companies making both of them are making extraordinary movies.
Yeah,
it's really good for like fans.
Like
I'm talking about just the business of it, but us fans.
Yeah. Because I wonder what would have happened to the Avengers, part 1 and 2, the final Avengers, if this hadn't happened. If the DC Cinematic Universe hadn't been announced. I feel like the movies we're going to get from Marvel now are going to be better because they have to be better.
Yeah, they're going to want to one-up each other.
Part 2 of Justice League and Part 2 of the Final Avengers come out the same year. Literally, like, a month apart from each other.
That's going to be... Which one comes first?
Avengers.
So Justice League has the ball, and they're recorded.
Yeah, basically Avengers sets the bar, and Justice League has to figure out who's going to surpass it.
That's gonna be fun, man.
It is, but that's my point. Like now they know that.
But don't go too crazy. Don't be like, don't fight over which one's better. You can say which one's better.
Well, we're gonna fight though.
No, I know we're gonna argue.
Like that's
gonna. Not like legit call people. You fucking pussy ass boy. You fucking like, come on, dude.
No, but we all have mature fans. It's just part of.
Yeah, I guess. I just want people to coexist more, Marvel and DC.
I think we do. I think this isn't like back in the day.
And I don't want people to say like, "Oh no, I like both of them. I watch both." Like I admit, I watch DC more than Marvel. Well, that doesn't mean I'm gonna talk shit about Marvel just because I admit that Marvel's way ahead of DC in the cinematic universe. They're established.
The thing is that the characters are the characters. Like
yeah, but they make good movies constantly.
They have, but to me, it's like they make.
But then again,
movies and you'll be fine.
DC is just starting too. Right. So we gotta give them a little.
Let's see how far they go.
Right.
So.
Is that it? You want to end Chivachat? Yeah. There? You want to end it there?
I don't have much else to say. I just wanted to be time for Suicide Squad. Just want it to be August already.
Yeah, me too. All right. That was Chiva Talk on DJ Chiva 1. Make sure you let us know what you think of the DC cinematic universe. What are your opinions? What do you want to see? And well, that's all I have to say.
Just make sure you subscribe. Click that subscribe button. If you have any other podcasts you guys want us to do, any topics you want us to talk about, make sure you put them in the comments below. It's Chivachat, just like I can't remember characters. He can't remember his own YouTube channel, which is great. And also make sure you subscribe to our Twitter on GoatBroz YT. That's YT for YouTube. And
what?
Yeah, you know
what that stands for?
That's what it stands for.
I don't know.
Yeah, he's being the Superman asshole. Deuces.